What's up, guys? It's Dr. Jim. I am your CBD expert, your natural health care expert, and your worldwide virtual health coach. And we got a hot topic tonight on this Facebook Live. Thanks for getting on. Tonight's topic is CBD oil and blood pressure. I know that's a hot topic. I got a lot of comments this week asking about it. So when you get on, your name's going to automatically appear. So if you'll just put in where you're coming in from, and if you're getting this live or on the replay. I want to know if you're getting it live or on the replay, because I want to know, are you getting that full, straight, 100% energy when I'm bringing it? Or are you watching it on the replay? But either way, I'm glad that you're here tonight, and we're going to be talking about... Hey guys, thanks for getting on. I'm so glad you're here. So we're going to be talking about CBD oil and blood pressure. It's a hot topic, and it should be a hot topic because literally high blood pressure, about 1 in 3 Americans have hypertension or high blood pressure. And since heart disease is literally the #1 killer in the United States, it's really something that we should talk about. And it should be a hot topic because I think we all want to make sure if heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States, and hypertension, or 1 in 3 people have high blood pressure, and there is something, and CBD oil could be connected to it, I think we want to know about it. We want to talk about it. So thanks for getting on. Just definitely put in where you're getting in from, whether you're seeing it live or on the replay. I love to have you on. Thanks. I'm going to be adding some cool things as we go on their next couple of lives. So I'm going to be asking for specific comments, and you'll be getting replies back to those. It's going to be awesome. But during this, if you have any specific questions for me, please direct message me. I love them in the comments, but sometimes there's so many comments, it's hard to find them. So if you find something and you have a question, you direct message me, and I'll be sure to help you. So like I said, tonight's topic is high blood pressure, or really blood pressure and CBD oil. So what the research has shown recently, literally this year, they did a really awesome study, and they found out that CBD oil has the ability to lower blood pressure. Well, that's super exciting if you have hypertension and high blood pressure, and we know that hypertension and high blood pressure leads to cardiovascular disease and oftentimes heart attacks, and if that's the #1 killer in the United States, well, then that sounds like that's something important we'd want to know. And so what they found out is in a single dose, now they used a pretty high dose, but in a single dose, CBD oil was able to lower blood pressure, which is awesome. But one of the things that a lot of people have mentioned to me, and I had to do a little digging, a little research, but some people go, Doc, I sometimes take the CBD oil, and I notice, it makes my heartbeat seem like it increases a little bit. Well, they found that also in the study, that initially, because of that initial drop in blood pressure, as your body, to compensate for that initial drop in blood pressure, sometimes there's an initial short-term increase in heart rate. Because if you think about it, if your blood pressure drops, sometimes you need to raise your heart rate to keep that balance. But then what they've shown is then immediately after that, blood pressure and heart rate will go down. Okay? So it doesn't mean you're having a problem if your heart rate increases when you first take it. That's normal. It's because your blood pressure is dropping, your heart rate increases sometimes a little bit, and then everything calms down together. The other cool thing they found in the research is not just in a single dose, but as you continue to use CBD oil over time, that it results in long-term lowered heart rate and lowered blood pressure. Well, that's incredible. Like, is that something you would want? Hit yes, hit like, hit love it, whatever it is, because I would imagine that lower blood pressure would be something you would want. I love the CBD oil that I take. I have seen positive impacts in patients and in my own life, not just in physical pains, which you would expect me as a chiropractor, but a whole bunch of people out there. It has a positive impact on the blood pressure, and so if you are looking for a natural solution to help with your blood pressure, then I really think you should consider CBD oil. Now, the disclaimer. Nothing that I talk about tonight is I'm not your doctor tonight. You're not my patient tonight. There's nothing that I say tonight that constitutes a doctor-patient relationship between the two of us right now. And we don't claim to diagnose, treat, or cure any specific disease, okay, with CBD oil. But the research shows that CBD oil has the potential to lower blood pressure. And if you can take a supplement that has a positive ability to help lower blood pressure, and you can do it with a natural substance that doesn't have any negative side effects, that sounds like that's something to be pretty awesome. So if you're not currently taking CBD oil and someone didn't share this with you and you're looking for some help, you can message me and I'll help you get the CBD oil that I recommend that might be able to help you with that. If someone shared this with you, get back with them, and I'm sure they'd be very happy to help you with your CBD oil needs and how that can help. So another interesting thing that they found out is that it even helped modulate your blood pressure during a stress reaction. Okay, so not just can it lower blood pressure in a regular, like at rest time, but at a time when your stress elevates under a stressful situation, it can actually help lower your blood pressure or keep your blood pressure lower then as well. Now, that's really cool because that's typically how most heart attacks happen. It's during a stressful situation, and the blood pressure takes this immediate spike, and then something can happen. So being able to have a positive impact at that time is really cool. One of the ways that works is your adrenal glands, which are your stress glands. They secrete a ton of hormones, but they significantly affect your blood pressure. Think of adrenaline increasing your blood pressure so you can like fight or run away. Well, that's the stress response. Well, we know that CBD oil has a positive impact on your adrenal glands, and it helps lower things like cortisol, that stress hormone, and that helps lower blood pressure. So that's incredibly cool. Now, another thing that people are really concerned about is, well, what if, and I thank you, perfect timing, Joanne, what if you already take blood pressure medications? Can you still take CBD oil? There's a lot of concern like, well, I already take something for blood pressure. Well, this is my explanation to that. If you have high blood pressure because you gained weight and because you don't eat well and you smoke, okay, just hypothetical, and they put you on blood pressure medications. Now, if you start eating better, you lose weight, and you quit smoking, those are all things that are going to naturally help you lower your blood pressure. Now, should you not do those because you're now taking blood pressure medication? So my point being is that you always do something that's good and natural for you that may help you lower your blood sugar, lower your blood pressure, or do something like that, even if you're on a medication for it. Now here's the caveat. You want to make sure that if you're going to do that you absolutely have to be checking your levels. You have to be checking your blood pressure regularly, and if you're taking something that pushes your blood pressure down and your blood pressure starts to naturally go down because you lost weight or you're taking CBD oil, then you can see that your blood pressure dropping, and then that's when you contact your medical doctor and say, hey, I've made some very positive natural lifestyle changes. My blood pressure is starting to go down. Not only that, it's starting to dip a little too low. And how about we back off some of my medications now, right? Now, nobody that watches this video, do I want you to adjust, change, or do anything to any medication that you're taking. That is between you and the doctor that prescribed it. However, if you engage in positive natural things that naturally start to lower your blood pressure, as long as you're keeping an eye on it, and if you start to see it go down, then you talk to your doctor and say, hey, what's going on? Can we maybe reduce my medication because my natural healthcare lifestyle choices are naturally making my blood pressure go down as well, and now I think it's going too low. Are they going to tell you to quit eating right and exercising because your blood pressure is going down? And you can't do that because you're taking blood pressure medication? They're not going to do that. They're going to be like, okay, now this is what I want. Medical doctors they love data. So they're not going to change anything that you're doing based on what you say. So what I need you to do, if you're looking to change it, what you do is you take your readings every day and you write them down. And if you show up and say, this is what it was 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, this whole last week I've been going low, they'd be glad to change it as long as they have the data that backs it up, okay? So I don't want you to be concerned about taking it just because you're taking blood pressure medications, because if it naturally helps it go down, then you can talk to your doctor and he or she can naturally change your medications. So that anything positive naturally you can do to lower it, you got to go for it. You got to do that, because let's face it, those medications, we don't love what they do, because they do a lot of things that we don't like, and we would like to change that. So we do realize that it's not just CBD oil. Obviously, lots of lifestyle choices can have an impact on your blood pressure, but CBD oil has an incredibly positive impact on helping lower blood pressure and affecting your adrenal glands in a way that it lowers your blood pressure even during the stress response. And that's a big deal, because let's face it, that stress response hits you while you're driving your car to work and somebody cuts you off and you're like, Well, guess what? Cortisol bumps up, that raises your blood pressure, and those are things that we don't like. So if CBD oil is having a positive impact on keeping that lower, then that's only going to be good for you. Now, that's a really big part of it. Just remember that lifestyle is a big part of it. You have to know that if you're still doing all of the wrong things, you're eating tons and tons of grains and sugar, and you're smoking, and you're doing all of these things, you cannot expect that you're just going to start taking CBD oil and it's going to make it all vanish and disappear, okay? If you're not getting good sleep, but CBD oil is not going to necessarily make you have low blood pressure if you're doing everything else wrong, all right? Don't put that on CBD oil. That's on you, all right? That's on me. That's on each and every individual person. But if you make those... my mom is too funny. Happy birthday, Mom. But it really makes a big difference if you are having high blood pressure and you start to do all the right things for your health, and you add CBD oil, now it can make a huge difference. It can make a huge change. The research is showing it out. So I just want everybody to know that if you're looking for natural solutions for blood pressure, CBD oil is something to take a look at. All right, it's shown in the research. You can read these comments. There are people that are seeing it in these comments. It's doing well for a lot of people. So if you need help with CBD oil and you currently don't get it, but you would like what I recommend, what would I recommend? You want the brand that I use, the one that I think's one of the best possible that you can get, then you can please direct message me and I will help you out with that. Anybody who sent you this, please send them a message and they would be glad to help you as well. I'm sure of it. And a couple things. Please like and share this video, man. There are thousands and thousands of these views happening all around the world. We're being seen in Australia, in the UK, and Ghana, and Canada. I mean, that's, we're like neighbors, so that's not really far. Mexico, but Italy. It's happening all around the world. This is changing lives. And listen, the number one cause of death in the United States is heart disease. And 1 in 3 people in the U.S. have hypertension. So if CBD oil can have a positive impact on that, think of what we can do. We can make a difference. So if you want my help, message me. This is what I want. I want one person from every state in the country who wants to be on my team to help me spread this word. So if you want to be on my team, just, direct message me, say I want to be on your team, and I will help you. We'll help each other, and we'll spread this across the country. One person in every state, and I'm looking for one person in every country in the world. And we're going to make a huge difference, and that's a big part of what we want to do. And if you also wouldn't mind, you can go to my YouTube channel, Dr. Jim Holland. Please subscribe. For people that aren't on Facebook, you can't share this video with them, but you can share. You can copy a link and you can message them with. My YouTube channel. So I'd love to do that as well. Just remember, I have tons of work that we can do for people, natural health in diabetes, inflammation, all kinds of things as a virtual health coach around the country. So I'd love to help anybody who needs that help. So you can message me for that as well. And just remember this, just like I tell my son every day before he goes to school, be your very best today. Hashtag never quit. And if no one's ever told you this, I want you to know that God wants the very, very best for you. And the day you believe that, it's going to change your life forever. Have an awesome night.